Hi, hello. We are live. More of an impromptu stream because I just felt like it. Not really. I guess on days where I know I'll be able to rest the next day or just like, not have to wake up early for work is when I'll try and squeeze in a stream, and when the opportunity falls very well on Thursday nights, because there's always a chance that on Friday I won't. Well, not that I won't get scheduled, but I'll just kind of take the chance to not go. And so that's what I did. So I guess volatility wise, Thursday night might be a good, well, no. It's like a coin toss, 50-50. 50-50, I might stream on Thursday night, and then for sure, Sunday night and then Monday night I'll be streaming from now on, so I might have to update that on my banner and stuff. There's a lot of stuff I have to update, or that I want to update at least. So, but that's a schedule for now. Now, what are we doing today? Today, I wasn't expecting to finish Nier Replicant last stream, but I guess we did. But even though we finished it, we didn't finish it quite yet, because at least with Nier games, there's always a second or third or even a fourth route. And I think I remember in Nier Automata, it wasn't really spelled out to you, and I imagine because, to me at least, I'm kind of doing this backwards. I played Nier Automata first, and then I played Nier Replicant. So I had to be told that, like, oh yeah, you can still press continue after you've technically, unquote, played the game. At least I don't remember it being spelled out to me. I had to be told. With Nier Replicant, however, it kind of spelled it out as we finished the game. I already knew beforehand that there had to be, a B route. And I was commented because, like, I'm coming from Nier Automata, so I kind of like expected that to be from its predecessor. But on the game itself, it's kind of spelled out, oh yeah, you can press continue to, I think, see Kaine's route. So I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to expect, but that's the impression I have so far. And I'm looking forward to it. I just know there's more to go through, and I'm excited about that. Again, I kind of really miss playing this game. So I'm just excited to see what this new route takes us. So with that being said, I really don't have anything else to go through. Maybe some short little rambles before we move on. I've been playing with the Steam Deck layout. Maybe it looks different than last stream. The icons are now square. Let me turn it on and off, because that's always the optimal strategy. I've been updating a lot of game. Well, I updated the Elden Ring Seamless Co-op mod, so now it's like its own little banner, and it's kind of like, kind of cute, a little bit cheesy. I updated the main Elden Ring one too, because I like this one with I'm not even gonna pretend I remember the name. I'm not going to bother. I just really like it. And I'm really tempted to just do an I've in my current game so far. My bad, sorry. My throat's dying. I've made progress up to Liurnia. And, oh, sorry, no, Altus Plateau. That's where I've gotten to so far, with being thorough with the rest of the areas before that. I think I want to start a new game from zero with this samurai build, because what I had done first, I had done the what's the name, Confessor build, and I had gone with that, but I kind of just ditched the Confessor build. Millennia. Yeah, Millennia. Uh, because I don't know. At the beginning when I downloaded Elden Ring, I had I wanted to do a samurai build, but I just wasn't vibing with it at the beginning, and I just because I didn't understand it, honestly, to be fair. But now that I played a little bit, not like I'm not like an expert, but at least I'm kind of like in tone with like how the game works and like, you know, how to play it a bit now. Um, I found like the Uchigatana, I think. Um, which is the default sword that comes with the samurai. And I really liked it playing it now, like, you know, further into the game and now understanding like, you know, the essence of stagger and then bleed. I'm not sure, like, bleed is not that big of a component for me, at least at that point with the katana, but I really do like the stagger. So, and I'm more familiar with like, you know, the build of the samurai, so I might just start with that by default. And maybe to try and be more thorough if I do make a new game. Because I have been being thorough in the sense that I've just been playing the game and exploring, but there's a lot of stuff that you kind of have to read within the items, or I don't know, like pay attention, I guess, that I kind of want to read into on my own. And obviously, like, I won't understand everything. Like, there's always a Vati video that would probably explain it better, but I would like to like pull my own puzzles together, I guess, in the game with the items and their descriptions and blah blah blah. So I'll think about it, but I'm really tempted to, and why not? Because I really enjoy playing the game anyways. So. My throat is not having it with me today. I dropped the peanut, so I had to pick it up. But yeah, with that being said, I think that's good enough of a ramble. I think we can just go ahead and play. I'm still very tempted as well if I want to do an Elden Ring play on stream. I think I'm comfortable enough to just be like, sure, fuck it. But if I did, you guys got to understand that I'm gonna be very militant and administrating my chat. If I do start playing a Souls game on stream, it's gonna be a dictatorship. No democracy anymore. I don't care if, I don't know, if I'm not investing in Vitality, I'm gonna ban you. Okay. Let's go right into it, because I want to play game. Is this the right game? Oh yeah, I've also just reverted to the sound effects of the Steam Deck to just be the Replicant menu sounds, because I really like them. They're a lot more smoother, and I enjoy them more. Don't you? Let me just check my setup so I can be more immersed. And, you know, playing games. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring down the volume. Well, not the volume itself, but... So this is at full volume, and then I need to bring down this to 15. God damn it. We'll see how loud it is. I don't think that's too loud, but I don't remember what the number was. And then just put my volume to 100. Like, fucking toggling volumes is a bit annoying. VH. Okay. So I guess we just press continue, and that should be the thing. I guess it's an intro. Hi, hello. Welcome back to Nier Automata, question mark. So, last time... my throat. God damn it. Last time we were here, we unexpectedly finished the game. There was one, I still remember, there was one quest I was going to do, but both the last quest and the next, story thing we had to do was in the same spot. So that both triggered the continuation of the story. Well, technically I could have gone back, but I had gone a long way to get to that point. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to go all the way back to just complete that quest, which I guess I should have. I'm not sure. But it's whatever. But we finished the game, asterisk. There's more routes to be taken, as always with a Nier game, at least how I'm familiar with Nier Automata. So we're gonna do a B route, question mark, and I think we're gonna begin with Kaine, but I'm not sure because I haven't played it yet. So we're gonna see. But those are my expectations, so let's go. So we got ending A. Look at this. That's cool.
Whenever I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Anyway...
Kaine's dreams, discrimination. Oh. Let me prepare myself to read and murder my voice. The sound of rain filled the village. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke steamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly toward the wooden, hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of the town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as any could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combined with pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality. Okay. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I. The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Come on. Come on. The child felt the slight breeze and watched as the vein slowly creaked to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly toward the east. East? Really? Before the vein could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as a hail of stones began to fall around. Oh no, they found me. A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yoo-hoo, Kaine. The voice belonged to Demo, worst of all the bullies in the area. As Kaine struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. "What's up, freak? You like the ring? You like getting all or did you finally decide to run away from home?" Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kaine knew those were not the only eyes on her. The tormentors' parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to this sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated, and if possible, destroyed. "I didn't say you could leave, freak." Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. "You can't hurt me," she lied to herself. "Be strong. Be brave. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt." "Oh look, the little freak is gonna cry? What's wrong? Are you sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead?" Penny prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and rain slowed. "Even the weather hates me. I'm useless. A failure. I wish Demo's rock had taken my head off." Kaine couldn't meet Demo's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. The boy grabbed Kaine's face with thick fingers and yanked it upward. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry it open. Ew. Even taking his attention from Kaine, he caught his cohorts. As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kaine. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kaine curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. Kaine ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. It continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. Kaine closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kaine was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying. They proud at their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no savior emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kaine, but the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was wrapped on an ancient woman standing a few feet away. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. I know this is an old lady, probably is like the grandmother, but I don't know how to make an old lady voice. Hurts like it. No, I'm not gonna try. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kaine again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it. Yeah, whatever comes out, comes out. I don't care. The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Dima was using to cover the wound. Before he could think or protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. Ow! He screamed, leaping to his feet. Stop it, what are you doing? Quit whining. Ain't no one ever died from a scratch. You hit me with the rock, you stupid bitch. A big one. That thing could have killed me. The old woman shrugged. I don't give a fuck. Death is the best cure for stupid. Fuck yeah, that's what I'm saying. Demo's face twisted with rage at her words, locking his eyes on Kane. He took a step backward and spat on the ground. Get out! Leave this village. No one wants you here. Either of you. Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Demo and his companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her aside and barked out a single laugh. Look at the fat boy go. Guess he's healthy enough to run from a flight. The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kaine. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting out the blood on her forehead. Oh, Kaine, he said. Why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot. The words of her grandmother stung Kaine, and she turned away. Don't be nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. As Kaine's tears turned to sob, she felt her grandmother's hand on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kaine found herself unable to turn away. Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt the crossing. You got a duty to fight until your last breath. Understand? The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kaine? You know because you survived it. As the words hit home, Kaine was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kaine called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. With each year that passed, Kaine and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking her face, that Kaine truly understood the depths of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kaine's pain and loneliness, it was her. Of course not. Don't be an ass. Kaine drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. Hush. I'll not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter, and I love you. And if folks have a problem with that, they can just go to hell. With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kaine's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kaine want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears. Grandma, you made this for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. Kaine reached up and touched the okay, before I keep attempting to pronounce this. Pronunciation. Wreath. Okay, so I was on close. Wreath. Yeah, I was on it. Okay. Kaine reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where did you find these? Just stumbled on them when I was out doing the shopping. The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kaine to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in this construction, made Kaine's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it fell between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said her grandmother as she squinted at it. These old hands have trouble with delicate work, but it sure looks good as it on a pretty girl like you. Kaine blushed and turned away. Of course you are. What a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled. We're gonna be fine, you and me. Long as we got each other, we'll be just fine. Kaine took her grandmother's hand in hers, and the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kaine gripped the hand with all her might as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kaine stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough. Even if it's us against the world. Kaine let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Kaine's dreams, daily life. Well, welcome to the Nier Replicant audiobook. Give me a second. This is Audible. All right. distance, Kaine heard the steady sounds of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The firewood being produced, however, was as far from a work of art as could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barren yard with wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. Stupid piece of shit axe. Kaine's grandmother flailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would not make the most hardened sailor blush. That would make. Grandma, called Kaine. That you, Kaine? Yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. Don't get too close or I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake. She brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending chips flying in every direction. One spun past Kaine close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. Once she'd scuttled to a safe distance, she cupped her hands around her mouth and shouted, "Grandma, do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or a new axe or something." The axe, poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The old woman considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, then smiled. "Tell you what, since I'm doing such a piss-poor job at chopping, why don't you come here and talk over so I can get... What? Why did you come here and take over so I can go get the water?" Sage, I've been restless lately and I don't want you running into one of them bastards. Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with wooden buckets on either end. Gathering water was by far the most difficult of the two jobs, but Kaine knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no changing it. Kaine did her best to help with chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kaine knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kaine moved in, Grandma decided to take up residence a good distance from the area. Out of sight and out of mind seemed to be the best policy when it came to the villagers and her granddaughter, and rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre of land they called home. Kaine enjoyed the solitude, but harbored a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother leave, Kaine turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swing after swing of the axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood, and when she finally managed to connect with a solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in the log and refused to budge. Frustrated, Kaine swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Damn it. Damn. Crap. She suddenly understood the joy her grandmother felt in a good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood, and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with a blade. The task was challenging, and blisters soon began to form on her small, pink hands. This is tough. My logs are all weird sizes. Spinning on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kaine redoubled her efforts. As she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her buckets with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs and coughed out a wheezy laugh. Pretty clumsy girl, you better practice if you... Her grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Eyes wide, Kaine dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. Grandma! The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Kaine steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her granddaughter. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress, but Kaine didn't notice. Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and bedded Kaine away. Kaine desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman shaking hands and worn face told her more than words ever could. Her grandmother had lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kaine was ending. Sooner than either of them had feared, positions would be reversed. The next morning, Kaine came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. "Grandma, you're sick and you need medicine. I'm going to the village." The old woman shook her head and tried to rise. Kaine gently pushed her down. "It's all right. I'll be fine." Her grandmother fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. There was seemed an eternity. She finally lowered her eyes and sighed. "Well, I don't like it, goddammit. But I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up." The old woman watched as Kaine strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across a dark, rainy sky, she was still watching. Kaine moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she was being stalked by a shade or worse, Demo and his gang. But she encountered neither tormentors nor shades, and Kaine finally found herself at the entrance to the village. The few adults she could see glanced sideways at her, then muttered to each other behind raised hands before sinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kaine took a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. She chanted those words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes settled on a rotund older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling everyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kaine's presence. The woman's flabby cheeks shook in a bewildered anger. "Which way?" Kaine repeated. The woman pointed at a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filling with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary, but the new emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Demo. He'd clearly been sent here on some kind of family errand because his gang of followers was nowhere to be found. "Oh my god. What are you doing here, freak?" The insult was delivered without force, and Kaine happily ignored it, stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter. She asked the shopkeeper for the medication. The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall off out of his head. Before he could let fly a comeback, or worse, a punch, The apothecary told them to knock it off before he kicked them out of the store. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kaine a sense of peace. Surely, in a world so vast, there would be a place that she could call home. On the far wall, behind the counter, rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant colors, but time had worked its cruel magic, and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. You like that picture? Kaine turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad, and they seemed to stare through her into nothing as he spoke. That's my daughter. I sketched it when she was just a girl. She's been dead a long time now. Kaine didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. Pictures are wonderful things, continued the shopkeeper. They'll let the ones closest to you live on forever. He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kaine and smiled. Handing her the medicine, he reached into his sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. You should have these. There's no one left that I wish to draw. Kaine took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. Yes, I've heard the rumors about you. The small village, and words travel quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe, but also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother, Callie, and I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. She was still mulling this new fact over in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hands. Your grandmother is an old friend of mine, he said as Kaine scooted away yet again, and I owe her much. I wagered she would like it if you drew a picture of her. Yes, I think she would like that very much. Kaine murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her like with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny but imperceptible step, but it was a step nonetheless. And with enough tiny steps, she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kaine to think that she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up to her. She placed the medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, found the old woman's hand collapsed around her arm. Back already, are you? Asked her grandmother with a yawn. Come here, let me have a look at you. Grandma stood up and examined Kaine from head to toe, finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild, then leaned back and allowed herself to relax. Well, how was it? Those bastards give you any trouble? It was kind of fun, said Kaine with a small smile. No, seriously, it was. Fun, eh? Asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. Uh-huh. So anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know. As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother and she was going to sketch her No. God damn it. She informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her portrait. Portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone. But Grandma, I'll make you live forever. Horse shit, said her grandmother, throwing back the sheet from her bed. Living forever would just piss me off. Now put those crayons away and help with dinner. But Kaine would not relent. In the end, Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of their house as if posing for a master artist. Kaine took up the crayons and eyed her subject carefully and set to work. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kaine finished the piece. After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. It's terrible. It doesn't look like you at all. I'm sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, make drawing easier or something. The old woman's eyes narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. Let me be the judge of that, he said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been a person's face. It also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colors. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed out a laugh. Oh, Kaine, she said between laughter. You truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But, hush, I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always. True to her word, and the old woman gave the picture a place of honor above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face, an action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kaine could stand it no more and asked her grandmother to take the artwork down. Hush, said the woman. I'll take this down when they roll me in when they roll me in my shroud. She pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped to one knee. Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in every way I never felt before. And it makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness. It was a moment that burned itself in Kaine's memory, a perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Time moves on. People and memories move in and out of life like ghosts passing through a hall. This moment will be different, Kaine swore, because I will remember it forever. Kaine's dream separation. Reading. Give me a second. Okay. Kaine listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. Grandma, I can't believe you want me to hit a bug. The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted. It's no bug, you fool girl. It's a berry. Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug, said Kaine. I think it's burnt or something, because it smells terrible. With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. Oh yeah. That's terrible, alright. Why, you little brat? Laughed the old woman. Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. 5 years had passed since the moment when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As if often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. Kaine could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day. She could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly. "Where are you going today?" asked Grandma suddenly. Kaine looked up, surprised. The woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. "Well, I was gonna check out the kelmo trees and see if they were ripe. I think we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm going to pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow." "Flagstones? What in the hell for?" Kaine stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble, the old place sagged like a boxer in the final round. "Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we have some protection." The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. "God damn, girl. A bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place. Let them come. We got nothing. We're stealing anyway." "I'm not worried about thieves. I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday." The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. "Well, shoot. I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some other..." "Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelma trees, we won't eat tonight. You know that." A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child lost at a carnival. She didn't finish the thought, instead walking over to the nightstand and gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. The flower's petals had aged to brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. "You're a beautiful thing," said the old woman, "and there ain't another like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you." "Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments for one day." "Such a mouth on you. Where did that come from?" "Gee, I wonder." "I'll teach you to sass me, girl." Kaine rolled her eyes, then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying too desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kaine could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Kaine worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow. She only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead, tracing its path with a finger. Kaine suddenly felt her stomach knot in on itself. Her grandmother's house was ablaze, the flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Kaine then ran, faster than she had ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground, she leaped at her feet and continued running, mindful of the blood that spilled from her wound hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kaine's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt. Her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky black of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved balance through means of a large, armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random, chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Kaine, it let out a roar, flicking its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into a shimmering, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kaine responded with a scream of her own. The shade eyed Kaine with bemused interest, then began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced toward the house. Through the smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. Kaine's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened his mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stomped toward the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might as well have been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small stream of blood into the air. It collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kaine lurched to the feet, only to fall back to the earth with a grasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were sorely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. Hi, cool dog. It's been a while. Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. The shade moved its call slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backward, but she forced it from her mind and began to hobble toward the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch of her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air toward the young girl that was latched at its foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage at the home. So much to read. I fucking hate it. Okay. How are you doing? I'm doing okay, just my throat is fucking dying. And then, hi Orion. Old schedule today? Yeah, actually we're going back to the old schedule because... yeah. There won't be every day now. Thursday nights, 50-50, and then Sunday and Monday nights, for sure. Oh, hello everyone. I'm dying. And also because, like, I fucking hate... well, I don't hate reading. It's just that I can't... I feel like I'm not doing much for it, to be honest, but... I do have, like, water. It's cold water, but... I'll be okay. It's just like, from coming from work and then having to talk all day, and then coming to read this is like not doing good for me. I think it's just kind of like, there's only so much I can like save myself from straightening my throat. I'm here as well, just a little busy on the side. Yeah, hello everyone. But okay. It's like an audiobook. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up. Kaine. Kaine's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough to her make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. Yeah, even for like the dialogues, I just don't bother reading it because I feel like I'm not going to do any justice and I'm not going to do like any dramatic reenacting, so I'm just going to skip over that. Kaine grabbed the hands and held... yeah. And held on with all her strength. The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumped to the ground below. The thought would stay forever unfinished before she could say another word. The shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible, putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose once again. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble red. Her grandmother was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after the other, faster and faster, until it became a meaningless jangled noise. Kaine screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept away. As it crept towards its prey, not away. What? Kaine's body slowly rose as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles. Her head lolled? Whatever. Dangerously to the side, yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backward, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Lol, yeah, like from a broken neck. I did not know that was a term. Is that how you say it? Lolled? Like lolled? 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 I don't know. Something like that. Like lulled? 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 Ooh. Oh. Actually, let me just look it up. You got it the first time, lol? Okay, lulled. Okay. I am at my limit. Yeah. Penny seized the moment, laughing like a mad woman. She leapt into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly as if a great weight was resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, smoke, and flames. All of it faded away until that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Just like me, for real. It's said by our loved CEO of PM. As the spark that was Kaine's slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Ooh! Okay.
The beast approaches.
Oh, I know.
Finally! Yeah, the live stream was... I only glanced at it and it was just kind of funny how they forgot the VTuber avatar. But it was cute. Let's go! Oh shit. Oh, I forgot magic.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today. My sword feels lighter.
It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
Why does this weapon feel so fucking... Okay. Because it's like, it's the most strong weapon, like strongest weapon, but it feels so dull. Can I use this one instead? Look at that, that was instant. What the fuck is that? What's up about that? Why is that so instant? We have now half games with the gameplay ahead. Oh. Womp womp. Rip Bozo. Oh no. No. Gently, weakly, and softly. The shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off toward the horizon, stopping along the way to below, one final roar. Shamed beyond imagining, Kaine tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. Ugh. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. This is gonna make clapping a real bitch. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another more recent voice. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, Riel's life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-light insects began to swarm across the image, tearing it as with sharpened pincers. Kaine reached out with her remaining arm and waved futilely at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture into the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under the skin, but her lungs refused to work. Kaine finally resorted to shouting at the voice with her mind. The other voice boomed in her ears. Kaine glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm could no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet, and then began moving up toward the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is my mind losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward, feel the hot, searing pain it left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Kaine tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. The voice paused, as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. In response, Kaine shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small, whispered moan. Jesus Christ. A black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side as she watched. It grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. The slime reached up to develop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. A brief image of her mother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. Kaine glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern, the pattern of the shades, burn itself into her left arm. Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letters seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. Their arm clearly had a will of its own now. Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crunching on bone filled the air. The voice laughed again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end. Fanny looked up, tears in her eyes. Give me 1 second, holy shit. Alright. Kaine considered this as he struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunar tear. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. Kaine started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn and the people of the area rested their daily lives, she remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected the world. Or her world.
Alive! Stay alive! Stay alive!
Grandma.
Kaine, you gotta live! You gotta come back to us!
Thank God. Yeah, Kaine, wake the fuck up. I'm done reading your shit.
Oh, hey.
Who the hell are you lot?
Emil, you were the one calling me, weren't you?
You still recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kaine.
Welcome back, Kaine.
Wow, you grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
That's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
Kind of bullshit. Why did it take 5 years?
By the way, this is for you.
Is that a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great. Thank you.
Kaine waking from her long petrified
Oh,
sleep.
thank for reading for me.
Emil's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all. Are you kidding me? You can't be serious!
Please, try to understand. People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
This is crap, and you know it!
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
But
We'll see you later.
Sorry about this.
What is the matter?
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. Never even occurred to me. Damn it.
We should turn in.
I didn't get much sleep that night. For the first time in my life, I hated Devila. For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola. But those feelings are pointless in the end.
Okay.
They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the horror of the Shades. Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad. Because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself. I should apologize to Kaine and Emil. But what good would that even do?
I got a fire going, Kaine.
Wait, is that?
Campfires are weird. I'm so happy to get to talk to you again, Kaine.
Yeah, me too.
I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with a special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry, Emil. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know? At least I can look at you when we talk, right? Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid. Before the whole shade possession thing. My body is different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak. But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was. No matter how bad things got, she gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body. I know we can do it if we all work together. Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Let me guess. More warm water?
Okay. Can we just forget I told you about that?
Sleep well?
Sure.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
Okay. Alright, finally. You back at it. Really, was it that much just to, like, you know, do some voice acting so you don't have to read the entire ton of it? I don't mind reading some parts, but just like everything.
What might that be?
It's Mom's diary.
I've not heard you speak much about your mother.
She got the Black Scrawl and died when I was little.
My apologies for bringing it up.
It's all right. I can barely remember her face anymore. This is the only thing I have left of her. Reading it helps remind me of when we were still a family.
I see.
But the final entries get a little strange.
In what way?
Well, here. Take a look.
I forget if the Shade and Kindness arm actually has a voice actor. Yeah.
Say there. Can you not hear me?
Oh, what is this?
Why are you standing about like a slack-jawed ninny?
Sorry. Felt like I was dreaming or something.
Sleeping on one's feet is quite the talent indeed.
Huh?
Come now, there's the door.
Right. Let's go.
The fuck? The twunk is here. Also, hi, 7. The fuck? Proceed beyond this point, you will be unable to save until the battle is over. I mean, what else am I gonna do? Just be in the whiteness? Oh, Jesus. This is... oh. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Ew. Get the fuck away from me. That's right. That music, though. I guess we just go down. So, Nier Replicant and Nier Gestalt were released on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. PlayStation 3 was Bear, Xbox was Wink. Oh. So it was just pretty much Nier with facial hair. Oh, well, not facial hair, sorry. You know, with like body hair, being a bear, and then on the Xbox, it was just like none of it, just a twink. Well, a twunk. Yes, okay, good to know. Okay, I think I'll do this one better. Right, so where'd I go? Can I go? No? Oh, hi there. Wow. Can you be a little... Yeah, I probably am. A black's... Oh. Oh, okay. Are we just... Fucking... We deep fried the game, guys. Nice remixes, by the way. Oh. Fucker. So for the PS3, the DLC made you play as Brother Nier, and the for Xbox Father Nier. Nice. So is this okay? So is this Brother Nier, or is this Father Nier? Oh, well, okay. How do I rephrase that? Father Nier right now. Okay. I had another thing to ask, but I guess that was it. So I guess this PC, oh, I guess like the Nier Replicant version is just the Xbox One, I guess. I imagine. Dragon Corpse. Curious. Oh, hi there. Oh shit, I can't. Can't block that? You for real? Okay, you know what? I can't block that, I guess. Fucker. So it would make a bit more sense if you had watched a certain Dragon Guard ending. Also, big plot points being given here. Yeah, they kind of, well, at least for my, I don't know, looking speed, they kind of flash a bit too quickly. Soulless vessels. Interesting. I wish there were more like screens that I could click through, but it's just not. What other do I have? Heavy, light. And I thought this was heavy when I first used it, but comparing it to like very heavy weapons, of course that's not the case. Wait, it's okay, so 633. What other weapons do I have that are that could amount to that damage? Maybe like none of these. Well, okay. Fool's Embrace. Maybe let's try that one. Maybe if I upgraded it a bit, because I haven't upgraded a couple of weapons, so maybe it could be a bit up to par with, you know, with damage, but... Ah, god damn it, come on. No! Oh, nice. Saved myself. Ah, god damn it. I did just get Fool's Embrace. No! Zero deaths. Oh, come on! Hesitation is ah, fucker. Kabuki outfit. Nice. 1,000 experience points. And 3 medicinal herbs. Amazing. God damn, flunk. I guess we're supposed to go through this door. Yeah, seems like it. Door 2, Electro Boogaloo. Ooh. Oh shit, wait, I thought we were warming up. Wait, what was that? Well, okay, let me try that again. Oh, it kinda blocks, then it kinda doesn't. That's the wrong button. Oh, fuck off. Blade wielding tiger. I don't remember what that one does, but I guess it's just no weapons. Fuck off. A what? Oh, it's already dead. Okay.
It seems we have been shut in.
Oh, thanks, Vice, for the ultra necessary commentary. Very important to the plot. Oh, that actually does block, but it does push me all the way back. Amazing. Okay. Ooh. The music does get really hard. I am really enjoying the remixes. I imagine these are remixes, or are they just like official soundtrack they just, you know, I don't know, just did? Nice. Oh, nice. Okay, we're just... Fool's Lament. I already had that. Ooh. Oh, right there. Wait, let me see. Oh, I guess that's... I haven't seen that one before, actually. I already had this, but... Woo! Motherfuck. I fucking hate that move. It's so dumb. Yeah, there we go, fucker. You get to do that shit. Fucking leap somewhere else, fucker. Oh, God damn it. Okay, I don't like this. God damn it. I guess I could try a spear. You know what? Well, no spears here. Okay, where the fucking... Okay. Where do we have spears? Oh, there we go. Oh, actually? We're gonna use that one. I couldn't tell when I was gonna swing. What? Okay, I guess I just can't block it. Oh, this is like barely. Jesus. I think all my spears are under leveled. Jesus. Oh no, they're just overpowered. Never mind. How do the swords fare? Yeah, no, it's the same. Jesus. God damn it. Interesting. First time I've been using a spear. I haven't touched one at any point of this playthrough so far. So I'm just very confused. Does this fit into the story? And well, okay, not necessarily like to the story. Oh wait, okay. What are we? Oh, okay. Not like that. It fits into the story. It's just like, is this? What am I doing exactly? Just running through. I guess I'm just confused, but whatever. This weird memory thing, not much right now. Okay. Wife mom Nier knew a lot and she wrote down a lot of stuff. There. Oh, hi there. Oh, hi there. Yeah, there we go down here, the sand dune. Hell yeah. We done yet? Oh, there's one over there. Okay. Oh, I missed it. Oh no, don't say that. Where are these fuckers at? Fucking stay fucking still. Damn nice. Ah, thank God. What did I got? Wait, what was that? What did it say at the beginning? Okay, you sense something terribly sinister beyond this door. It may be difficult to endure what awaits on the other side unless your soul is at least level 33. What level am I? I don't even know what level I am. Whatever. I can do it. Don't fucking try to intimidate me, bitch. Oh wait. Which game again? Oh, there's one over here. What the fuck are you? Oh. Oh, you're Buffy. Okay. God damn it. God damn it. Parry it correctly. There we go. Oh, okay. God damn it. Fucking playing Sekiro right now. There we go. What? Nothing? Okay, whatever. Damn. Well, they mad. They mad. God damn it. God damn it. Duo thrust attack on Owl. Surely won't make a counter. Oh, God damn it. Jesus. Woo! $64 hits, baby. I wish everything was paid. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, what was that for? Okay. Weird. Fuck. I like the fucking dog. Woo! Oh, that's dangerous. Danger.
Seems we have been shut in.
Thanks, Vice. Really needed the confirmation.
Seems we have been shut in.
God damn it, Vice. Do you have any other? Can you talk while we're fighting? Can you do that at least? But I'd actually like hear more dialogue between the Father Nier and fucking Vice, but no. I don't get it, I guess. Oh. Oh. Oh no! Okay, gotta be sparingly now. Why is the camera also fucking... Oh wait, what? Okay. Your what? Oh. Woo! No. Ah, shit. Ooh. Oh. Nice. Woo! Oh no! Oh. Yeah, I was trying to do that for a little bit, but just like, yeah, it doesn't seem like it doesn't. It does let you. Wanna go inside or? Okay. Oh shit. Nope, I'm not having a good time. Do you not fall off, really? Jesus. Ah, shit. Jesus. Woo. No mercy. Jesus. Dude, I keep forgetting that. Holy shit. I guess I jump instead of trying to leap over it. Oh, there we go. Oh, what? Ah, Jesus fucking. Can't even hit the blow. Come on. There we go. Jesus, finally. Oh, dude. Oh, no. Huh? Oh. What? Oh, I died. Oh. Oh no. Wait, oh no.
My word.
No!
Something wrong?
I feel as if I've just awoken from a most unpleasant dream.
I know what you mean. That happens to me whenever I read it.
The diary,
Yeah.
the world.
I guess if you do die and dream, die in real life. Oh no. I mean, it wasn't that much. Did we miss that much? Like, let's go. Let's go. So much for being over leveled. Oh, okay, we missed a little bit. Okay. Well, let's keep track of our health this time. I'm doing alright, just a little bit tired, so maybe after we do these. I don't even know how many doors there are. How many doors are there? Oh, I still couldn't. Oh, amazing. Okay, 1 second done. Oh no. Not this one again. God damn it. Nope, nope. Focus on the one. Nope, nope. Oh, they just keep spawning. Never mind. Just focus on the... How does it, even when I'm in the air? Okay. There we go. Okay, last one. Okay. A lot more faster this time, I think. Feels like it.
seems we have been shut. Seems we have been shut in.
It seems that you've been shut in. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. These are pretty tough. Where is it? Oh, shit. Ah, shit. Oh, what? Oh, no. Okay, we're gonna skip that for now. I'll probably do that until Monday. What else do we have to look at? It's gonna be... Yeah, my word. Too.
Something wrong?
I feel as if I've just
I know what you mean. That
Death is not a hunter, unbeknownst to its prey. Jesus, what happened to the frames? We got kneecapped on frames too. Holy shit. Okay. Jesus Christ. I've been scarred. Maybe we should progress a little bit and then we can come back to it. Maybe the warning did have its merits. Maybe I do need to buff up a little bit.
I should talk to Devila first.
Oh, my bad. I was like, potato, tomato, same thing, but I guess I need to talk to Devila first. Oh, there she is.
Hey.
Oh, hi. I kinda thought you'd never talk to us again.
I understand you're doing this for the village, and that you don't have a choice.
Pretty much, yeah. But look, why don't you go talk to Popola? I think she wanted to discuss the Shadow Lord with you.
I'm headed there next. Oh, and Devila?
Yeah?
Sorry about yesterday. I shouldn't have lost my temper like that.
You don't need to apologize. Anyone would be upset when their friends are hurting. Let Emil and Kaine know that we're sorry, alright?
All right.
Didn't find me late to the response though. No worries.
Popola?
Oh, hello.
Look, I want to apologize for
Stop. You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but neither did you. You're just trying to protect the villagers. And I jumped down your throat for it.
It's very kind of you to say so. Regardless, please don't let it trouble you.
Ahem. I believe there was something you wished to discuss with us.
Oh, right. Yes, about that. You know about the lost shrine, right?
The temple where I was first discovered.
That's it. Well, it seems that the Shadow Lord's lair is connected to it somehow.
Oh ho. It was right under our pages the whole time.
But the bridge that leads there is unusable.
So take a boat.
A boat?
Yes, the canal's finally been repaired. It took a lot longer than expected, what with the shades and all. I also asked them to provide a boat at the path to the Lost Shrine's back entrance. The ferryman will let you use it free of charge. That should make it easier for you to move from town to town.
Thanks, Popola. I feel like you've done so much for me. I'm really grateful. All right, I'll see you around.
And for the love of everything, be careful. And for the love of everything, be careful.
I sure hope Devlin Popola don't have a hidden agenda. Okay, I'm still okay. I know what their role is. I just don't know what the Shadow Lord specifically is. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be specific. It's just that maybe they're just generally they just are in charge of the human souls or like the shades.
The path above the entrance to the shopping district should lead to the boat landing.
To return to their, well, not return to, it's just appropriate their
Canal is finished.
vessels.
Hopefully this puts our days of running all over behind us.
The faster we can move, the faster we can save Yona. Let's use it as often as we need.
So Yona's one of them, and then Nier here is also another vessel. Whatever that means. Yeah, it's still confusing as shit. Never mind. Wait, so what is our deal now? I guess we just go do stuff. Well, I know where to go, but I think that's gonna be it. I can simplify if you'd like. Yes, please, before I go to bed. Because we're gonna wrap it here, so. 'Cause I'm tired. It's a lot of reading and pain and more pain, but yeah. We'll come back to it. I had different expectations, to be honest. I'm not like, I'm not left with a bad impression. It's just that I was expecting something different, I guess. But I guess we'll eventually get there, or maybe it's just I need to readjust. Oh. Interesting. That's weird. Yeah, the Yono thing I could like decipher, and then I could I understood the two personalities that like, okay, but I wasn't sure of the nature of like, you know, I guess to really dumb it down is just Nier had his consciousness removed. Removed? I guess this has to go back to like understanding the nature of the Project Gestalt and like why they did that to begin with, which I'm like, I know the details, I just like I need to know specifics, I guess, which I could just look into. But so oversimplifying, Nier's consciousness was removed with the purpose of later being returned. But as it was removed, the vessel left behind developed its own consciousness, which is this one that we're playing. And Devil and Popola were just in charge of letting the original consciousness return to their vessels, but trickier because now the vessels have their own mind and blah blah blah. The white powder that spread around killed anyone that had their soul attached to their body. Interesting. That was weird to figure out though now. How would you figure out it's like, oh yeah, just killing anyone that has a soul joined to its body, which is basically everyone. To what degree do you figure that out that you have to separate them? I imagine it's kind of like more into the conspiratorial. It's like, oh yeah, just like the whatever most advanced organization there is that understand that there's a soul in the body, and then it's like, oh yeah, just separate them and we'll just bring them together later. Which is, yeah. Okay. Yeah. And honestly, even with the twist, I still don't dislike Devil and Popola that much either. Or any... Like, I don't dislike them any more than... I don't know. It's not indifference, it's just more of... The only thing that bothered me, but just not in a sense that it's, you know... More like disappointment that at the very end, I think, who was it? Devila? Because Popola died first, I think. And then it was Devila going crazy. And then realizing at the very end, just being like, oh, maybe being vessels with our own minds is equal and valid. And because we have feelings and such, so we love each other, and I love you, and rip Bozo. You know? I feel more disappointment than whatever plot twist of like, oh, betrayal. I don't really feel betrayal, I just feel disappointment. Yeah. But like it's fair. I don't mean to say that like feeling disappointed, just like inherently saying that like, you know, Oh no, yeah, for sure. I'm just saying more in the realization of Del Limpopola at the very end. I don't know, that just could have been like, because them being committed to their mission, just been like, yeah, we just need the original consciousness to go back to their bodies. Sure, that's fine. It's just that with that in mind, with their duties in mind, they kind of neglected their own wants and needs, I guess. And at the very end, it's like, oh, we actually love each other and our feelings are valid and blah, blah, blah. However, they could fight off the body situation if they, I don't know, put it up for an auction. They could deal with it however they want, to be honest. I guess because they wouldn't understand the ramifications of just like separating it and then the vessel developing its own mind. Well, not its own, I mean, better specifics. But yeah. It's just kind of wacky. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying that just because you separated yourself from your vessel in hopes that you could, you know, come back to it is like, you know, a sentence that you kind of have to bear. It's like, well, you should have known better. It's like, but it's also like, as how circumstances arises, I guess just do whatever you want. I guess it just depends on, to me at least, at that point, I would just, not that it's the right thing to think or, you know, advocate, would just be like, you know, just let go because you left. But also, hey, if you want to fight for your body back, then go for it, see who wins. Because they're, I mean, both equally valid, but if there's just only one vessel that you guys can, you know, fight for, then I guess, or at least you want to coexist and just live as a spirit. I don't know how that would work. It just, with obviously no clear answers, I guess. As always, as usual. It's more links if your soul dies, your body dies. Mm-hmm. I imagine that's why they just... Well, yeah. Unless the body and soul combined, they both will die eventually. Yeah, that often goes with what's yeah. That makes sense. Devila and Popola being the only ones who can communicate of it. The only thing I could say, maybe not as an excuse for just like as a, you know, they were created for that purpose instead of just like, you know, being a sentient being who was, you know, learned the nature of. They were just tasked like, oh yeah, you should do this, and that's your only mission. And as I mentioned, like at the very end, they realized like, oh yeah, actually we have feelings and we love each other, and that's important. But I'm dying, lol. And then Dola just goes berserk. Gotcha. Oh well. Better understanding, but still very puzzling on decisions, but I think it's just, yeah. Girl in her tier. But it's very hard. Do I have any seeds actually? What seeds do I got? I could do it easily. It's not that difficult. It's just it takes too long. Where am I? Cultivation. I have like I think I have all the type of flowers I would need to plant it. I just takes time. Can I kill the chicken? I can't kill the chicken. Yeah. I'll try Garnilla in a tier. But for later, because I'm tired, I'm not gonna bother trying to figure out the exact pattern I need to plant stuff in. So, thank you guys for watching. This was a nice, fun stream, even though I feel like it was mostly like reading and then doing like very hard test trials that we eventually hit a wall against because it's just too difficult. So I guess we'll put that arcade on pause for now till we level up a bit more or upgrade our weapons. And we'll just do more story stuff, I guess. So but yeah. As I said, Thursday nights will be a coin toss for streams, but most likely very often I'll do that. And then for sure, consistently, it'll be Sunday night and Monday night, Pacific daytime. So however that translates to your time zone, that'll be the time. So but yeah, again, it's nice doing these again and back to classic time. So good night, everyone. Bye. Gotta let Nier do his squats. Bye.